When I dropped part 1 of the series, the feedback was crazy. The video has been doing numbers, and the one thing kept popping up in the comments was, "Where's young Dolph? What about Dom Kennedy?" So this is part 2, and this time we're diving even deeper into artists who build real wealth with no major label help. These are rappers who turned independence into a business model. Artists who figured out that owning your masters, your merch, and your mindset is the real key to longevity. From young Dolph's Paper Route empire to Dom Kennedy's OPM, this is how 5 rappers became millionaires on their own terms. Few rappers lived the independent grind the way young Dolph did. Born Adolph Thornton Jr. in South Memphis, he didn't just rap about ownership, he practiced it. After early mixtape success, every project he released came out under his own imprint. Paper Route Empire distributed through Empire Distribution, no major label, no middlemen. At one point, labels were offering him multi-million-dollar advances. Dolph famously turned them down, saying, "Why sign for $1 million when I can make that myself?" He wasn't exaggerating. Dolph was making 6 figures a month from streaming, merch, and touring. By 2019, his estimated net worth was between $8 and $10 million, and that was all independent income. Paper Route Empire became more than a vanity label. It was a real business. He helped launch artists like Key Glock, who now carries the same torch of ownership. Outside music, Dolph was deep into real estate. In interviews, family members revealed he owned dozens of rental properties around Memphis, homes he bought specifically to leave for his kids. Even after his passing in 2021, Dolph's vision continues. Paper Route Empire still releases music and remains fully independent. He showed that a rapper from the streets of Memphis could build an entire ecosystem of wealth. No label, no cosign, just grind and ownership. That's young Dolph's legacy, a self-made mogul who proved independence was more than a trend. It was a blueprint. If Dolph was the loud hustler, Dom Kennedy is the quiet architect. He rarely talks about money, but every move he makes screams independence. Coming out of Leimert Park, Dom built his career slowly, dropping mixtapes like The 25th Hour and From the West Side with Love. By 2011, he had a cult following, and by 2013, he had a business. Dom founded OPM, Other People's Money, his own label and creative brand. Every project since then, from Get Home Safely to From the West Side with Love 3, has been released through OPM. He uses Empire for distribution, but the money flows through him. That means he owns his masters, his publishing, and his merch. Dom's business model is based on consistency. He drops music when he wants, sells out tours without radio hits, and keeps 100% of his profits. His loyal fan base treats his music like a luxury brand, something you buy because you believe in it. Financially, Dom has built quiet wealth. Reports put his net worth around $5 to $7 million, but locals in LA know he's been investing heavily in real estate and small businesses. He proved that you can be profitable without being everywhere, that you can build wealth off of community and credibility. Dom Kennedy is the definition of low-key success, the kind of artist who doesn't need the industry because he built his own. The future of independent hip-hop might be a rapper from Vallejo throwing shows in his backyard. LaRussell represents a completely new era of self-made artists, one where fans aren't just listeners, they're investors. He built his career from his home studio and his company, Good Company, releasing dozens of albums and videos that went viral on social media without a marketing budget. But what really changed the game was his approach to ownership. He sells shares of his songs directly to fans through even.biz, allowing supporters to literally invest in his music and get paid when it streams. There's something no major label has ever done. In 2023, he told Rolling Stone, "The people who believe in you should be the ones who profit with you." Financially, he's already earning 6 figures annually between streaming, merch, ticketed backyard concerts, and fan equity sales, all with no label. LaRussell is more than an artist. He's a case study in modern independence. He shows that in 2025, artists can build a profitable business by engaging directly with their audience, no gatekeepers, no advances, no ownership. It's a movement inspired by the likes of Nipsey Hussle and E40, but updated for the digital era. And the craziest part is, he's just getting started. Before anyone was talking about going independent, E40 was already doing it and making millions. Coming out of Vallejo in the early 1990s, E40 and his family started Sick-Witted Records. All this while most rappers were still sending demo tapes to labels. They pressed their own CDs, sold them out of their trunks, and turned local distribution into a regional monopoly. The grind paid off. By the mid-90s, E40 was moving hundreds of thousands of units independently. When he finally signed a distribution deal with Jive Records, he kept ownership of his catalog, a move that was unheard of at the time. Even decades later, E40 still owns his music and publishing, and that longevity has turned into wealth. He estimates net worth is around $10 to $12 million, but that's just music money. E40 is also a social entrepreneur. He owns multiple liquor brands, Earl Stevens Selection Wine, Slurricane Hurricane Cocktails, and E. Cuarenta Tequila, which collectively generates millions in sales each year. He invested in restaurants, real estate, and tech startups. E40 once said, "I was a businessman before I was a rapper." That's not just a quote. It's his entire career. He showed that you can be from the streets, make it independently, and still end up with multiple business streams. Every independent rapper in the Bay, LaRussell, Larry June, even early Mac Dre, benefited from the foundation E40 built. He is, without question, the godfather of the independent hustle. In the mainstream, you might never hear his name, but in the underground, Roc Marciano is a legend. He was once part of Busta Rhymes' Flip Mode squad, but when labels didn't get his vision, he walked away and went independent. In 2010, he released Macberg on his own label, Marcy Enterprises, and basically invented an entire subgenre. Luxury street rap with no hooks and no compromises. Roc changed the way artists think about distribution. He sells his albums directly to fans through Bandcamp and his website, sometimes charging $50 or $100 per download, and they sell out every time. He's proven that you don't need streaming numbers when you own 100% of your sales. He's also a producer working with The Alchemist and Griselda, earning steady income on both sides of the business. Roc once told Complex, "I make more money selling 5,000 records myself than some artists make selling 50,000 on a label." That's independence in its purest form. Smaller audience, bigger profits, total freedom. His estimated net worth sits around $2 to $3 million. But every dollar came from his own hands. No debt, no recoupment, no contracts. In many ways, Roc Marciano is the independent rapper's rapper, the one who made artistry and business coexist on his own terms. What connects Young Dolph, Dom Kennedy, LaRussell, E40, and Roc Marciano is ownership. Each of them realized that the real money in music isn't in the signing bonus. It's in owning what you create. Dolph used his label to empower others. Dom built quiet wealth through consistency. LaRussell is reinventing fan engagement and profit sharing. E40 proved you can turn music into a multi-industry enterprise. Roc Marciano turned underground credibility into financial freedom. Together they represent the full spectrum of independence, from the streets to the boardroom, from vinyl sales to tech-enabled fan funding. Independence isn't a genre, it's a business model. And in 2025, it's clear that even that ownership is the only real path to longevity in hip-hop. Part 1 set the stage and you all asked for more, so here it is. Part 2 of rappers who became millionaires without a label. A look at 5 artists who proved that freedom and fortune can exist together. From Memphis to LA, from Vallejo to Long Island, these stories show that you don't need a label to win. You just need ownership and vision. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button and comment who you want to see in part 3, because trust me, there are plenty more independent rappers turning grind into generational wealth. This is Money and Music, where we don't just talk about fame, we talk about the business behind it.